I'm 𝐂𝐴𝐮𝐵, and I'm the founder of Badass Butterfly Spiritual Life Coaching. And this is just a very, very special time where we are right now. Uh, it is not a time for being passive, and it is not a time to hold back. Now is the time to move forward in spite of fear and doubt. So, if you are someone who has a calling to become a life coach and you haven't done it yet, I think that deep, deep, deep down inside, you're probably having a lot of fear. Now, there are some exceptions to this rule, okay? But for the most of y'all, I'm seeing you play it really small and you're taking baby steps and you're hiding in the shadows. But here's the thing. There is a shift that is happening right now in the world, and I know you feel it. I know you see it, okay? People are struggling emotionally, spiritually, financially, and the old ways of operating in survival mode by um, denying your emotions and just kind of pushing through pain in silence does not serve anyone any longer. A lot of this is about Pluto in Aquarius. That happened last year, and it's really in full effect right now. Aquarius is the sign of your dreams, like your hopes and wishes, those deep parts of you that want to be that really want to be expressed. So the thing that we need to happen right now is to understand that that thing is trying to come up to be seen, to be dealt with. Pluto is about going deep, deep, deep inside where it's dark and scary. It's like, okay, you're going in to deal with the shadows, with the ugly truths that you don't want to have to deal with. But what's down there is are the diamonds, the rubies, the beautiful gemstones that are made beautiful by the incredibly um, dark and ugly stuff that's around it. Okay. So Pluto is basically doing that to all of us. We're seeing our networks blow up. We're seeing our friendships blow up. We're seeing ourselves maybe doing a lot more isolating than we normally would. But it's an essential kind of retreat so that we can allow this Pluto long transit through Aquarius to take place. Why? So that what was deeply buried can be excavated and put to good use. Now, a lot of you have pain deep inside that is incredibly valuable. It's pain, and you're like, pain, why is my pain valuable? Well, your pain is valuable because it's the heartache and the heartbreak that you have experienced that gives you incredible authority and compassion so that you can help other people. And if you've had the calling to become a spiritual life coach, then I am talking to you. This is especially for you. The world needs strong, heart-centered leaders who are willing to step forward, willing to speak the truth, and willing and able to hold space for transformation. And let me tell you something. If you have not experienced the pain of giving birth to yourself, then you should not be talking to people about the pain of giving birth to yourself. But if you have, like you have, you are the one who needs to be stepping forward, leading whatever is happening in the world in your own way. Part of the reason why you're scared is because you don't understand how to fit yourself in with this incredible transformation that's taking place. But what I'm here to tell you is that you have to just go toward those things. You have to just jump in and get started. So I have put together a 10-day challenge for brand new coaches, for people who want to become coaches and who are not even coaches yet. It's not even that you're a brand new coach, it's that you've just made this decision that you want to become a coach and you don't know where to get started. This is the important thing. You've made the decision, but you don't know how to get started. So the challenge is called the Launch Your Coaching Career Challenge. And my team is going to put links in the comments for you. And it's 10 days of doing some things. I made a list over here. So, um, you're like 10 days. What am I going to do over 10 days? Well, this is like your first step so that you can learn about what life coaching is. Now, I put a spiritual spin on everything because that's my thing. But this is perfect for you if you want to be any kind of a life coach, any kind of a helper. Don't worry. If you want to be any kind of like an emotions coach, if you want to help people with relationships, if you want to help people with their health, if you want to help people just make self-improvement, this is for you. My specialty is energy working and shadow working. So I call myself a spiritual life coach, but more than anything, I help people deal with trauma. That's me. You get to bring yourself to this. That's what's so wonderful. So the Launch Your Coaching Career Challenge is 10 days. It starts tomorrow and it's $27 to join for all 10 days. And here's what we're going to do. So each day you are going to receive an email that reminds you to do the challenge, okay? And what you need to be able to do is just give me like 15, 20, 30 minutes each day, no more than 30 minutes, all right? So that you can sit down and do this work. Now, what's the first thing you're going to do? Well, you're going to do some reading about what it means to be a life coach. I put together this really beautiful ebook that is perfect for someone in your position, someone who's new to this idea of coaching. You want to use your heart to follow your passion. You want to use your heart to follow your purpose. You also want to do it authentically. You don't want to try to be somebody you're not. You want to be able to start from where you are, knowing that you are enough as you are, and you want to stay in your lane. My ebook is about all of that, and it talks to you about how to get started. So that's what you're going to do on day one. You're going to read that book. It's very, very short. Okay. I do. I have written some long books. Okay. This is not one of them. Now, day two, you are going to watch a 15-minute video, and then I have a little, it's not really an assessment. It's more like a checklist where you're going to kind of look at yourself and say, do I want to be a life coach? Should I become a life coach? Right? So that's going to be what we do on day two. You're going to watch this video for 15 minutes so that you're understanding that video is about becoming a boss, like moving from the employee mindset, right? Because you probably right now have a job that you're working on. So now we're moving you from employee to like working for yourself. Well, what does that take in your mind? That's what that video is about. Now, on day three, I have this very relaxing, wonderful experience. It's a guided visualization. And actually, so this is where I have to say that visualization is actually 40 minutes long. So that day you'll need to give more than 30 minutes. But the wonderful thing about it is you can put it on in the morning and let that be your morning meditation. or you can put it on in the evening and let it be the way you end for the night. All right. So what that meditation is going to do is help you understand, like it takes you on a journey to help you talk to your soul, to communicate with your spirit guides so that you know more clearly why you're being called to this and what you want your experience of life coaching to really look like. Now, after that, you're going to look at some challenges that come along with being a life coach. Why are we looking at challenges? Because I want you to be prepared. All right. So we're going to look at, the biggest blockage to becoming a life coach so that as you go forward, you're educated, you know what to expect, and you can go forward knowing where your blind spots are. Now, days 6, 7, and 8 are going to be all about understanding what it takes to be a coach on 5 levels and how you're going to need to show up. This is going to be super educational for you so that you get a realistic picture of what it means to be a life coach. What exactly do you have to do? It's not about just sitting down doing sessions. You probably have that very beautifully already in you. The reason I'm saying that is because damn near everybody I know knows how to talk to people in a loving way. And most of the people who want to be coaches have a desire to love people through the process of coaching. So the reason I say that the difficult part of becoming a coach is not actually doing the coaching sessions. It's because you are love, you are loving, and you want to be of service. So yes, you do have to learn about what it means to be a life coach. You do have to do the things to learn, but that's kind of the easy, fun stuff. There are things that are more challenging. For example, determining your niche and creating your marketing messages and building your business strategy. Those are important things, and those are the things that I'm going to be taking you through for 3 days, days 6, 7, and 8. Now, days 9 and 10, I have a couple of special things that I've put together for you that I'm not going to reveal here, but those things are going to be reserved for the people who actually join the challenge and can make it through to those days. All right. And then we have a beautiful manifestation on March 30th. There's going to be a wonderful event that we're having. And look, I've put together a certificate for those of you who have completed, because I think that it's important that we do those things, that we say those things, that we acknowledge the fact that you just completed something. So that's what we're going to be doing in the challenge. It starts tomorrow, March 19th, and it goes for 10 days. So the thing that I want to really express to you today is that as a woman, you are being called forward as a leader really because you know how to hold space. You know how to love fiercely. You know how to stand very strong in your truth, and you know how to lead from the heart. Even when you don't want to do it, you're leading from the heart so often, right? So it's really, really easy to hide that gift or to downplay that gift. And I don't want you to do that anymore. All right. So if you have this pull to coach, I want you to know that you are meant to lead because it's your soul that has put that there for you. But the fact of the matter is you have to learn how to do it, right? And that's what I'm here for. Okay. That's what the challenge is for. That's what today's live stream is for. All right. The thing I want you to also understand is that leadership is not just a privilege, it's a responsibility. So you have this calling from your soul, but ignoring that calling, you don't really have that as a choice. Oh, I'm going to ignore my calling. Actually, energetically, Spirit don't like that, right? Because you're being called to something and you're ignoring it. You've been gifted something and you're downplaying it. God needs you to do something and you're denying it. And the universe don't like that. It doesn't. The reason I know, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit of my own story. I ignored my calling for years, and I was constantly being told, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. And after several years, what I noticed was that those wonderful gifts that I was given were actually being taken away. And what was really sickening was that I was looking around, seeing everybody else flourishing with my gift. Now, it's not that they had it, therefore I couldn't have it. That's not what I mean. But what I recognized is that I'm over here now having not done it, and they're over there living it, and I had my shot. I missed my shot. And it's heartbreaking. And now that I'm courageous, thank God, thank God, I'm now bringing myself back to my gifts, but I'm way behind everybody else. And that don't feel good. All right. In the meantime, the universe is moving on. My point is that when God gives you a gift, it is a gift. Don't ignore it. Don't downplay it. Don't deny it. And do your best to rise to it, even when you're terrified. The other thing I want you to understand is that your gifts are not random. Your gifts are not random. They are the solution that somebody needs. You know why I know? Because God gave you the gift. God gave you the gift. And please understand that when I say gifts, I don't mean just your beauty, your charm, your intelligence, your grace, your elegance. Sure, those are gifts, okay? But let me tell you something. I can go to charm school and learn charm, and I can learn compassion as well. Your real gifts are the gifts of your experience. If you have experience birthing a baby, raising a child, raising teenagers, putting kids through college, nursing a sick loved one through cancer treatments, taking yourself through cancer treatments, overcoming all the hardships you've gone through. You have a special needs child. You have a sister on drugs. You have somebody who's suffering from schizophrenia in your family, and you've been there. These are the experiences that are so much more significant than beauty, charm, and grace, and even compassion. Compassion is really important. But the fact is that you have these gifts, and if you're living in gratitude, you understand that those hardships are gifts. If you're living in conditional gratitude, you might have been ignoring all those gifts and seeing those as burdens. I get so many people who are like, oh, I went through this horrible thing. It was horrible. And then they're doing it without any gratitude, and they're doing it without understanding that that was a wonderful opportunity for them to step into something magnificent. And I know it's not easy to do that, y'all. I do. I know it's not easy to appreciate it, you know? But what other choice do you have? You can be bitter, but that's not going to help you. And it certainly isn't going to help other people. Keep in mind, you're different from other people because you have a calling to be of service as a life coach or some kind of a high vibrational healer like this. So you're not like everybody else. You have the calling, and that's what makes you different. That's what sets you apart. That's why you can't ignore this. Now, imagine, imagine if I think about the people that I love, the books I've read. What if all those authors ignored the calling to write that book? It would be a ridiculous world. It would be such it would be an unenriched world if, people like Eckhart Tolle, I'm not going to write a book. Okay. These people, if they don't do what they do, we all suffer. So your calling is real. Um, Another thing to understand, okay, because I'm kind of putting this on everybody else, but also for you, becoming a coach means that you're in charge of your own financial destiny. You know, Spiritual leadership isn't just about like spirituality and being of service. It's also about sovereignty, being your own leader, being the conductor of your own life. Now, I want to say here that God comes first. So your sovereignty and the things that you want, your financial destiny, those should never come before God. I don't even have to say that, but I'm saying that anyway, just because I'm talking about money. But I just want to say that, money is important. You have to manage your money, and you can. The thing that's wonderful is that you can actually build a coaching business that makes money. You just need to do it step by step, right? You need to create a system, or you don't have to create the system from scratch. I mean, part of my certification is about teaching you the system, okay? But you need to have a system if whether you're a life coach or a healer or whatever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever you're putting out there, you need to have some kind of a system to help you make and manage your money. The thing that's important to understand as you're doing this from this spiritual place is to understand that your money is energy, and money flows toward clarity, confidence, and purpose. And the universe really rewards and supports those who go out in sovereignty on its behalf. And when you become a life coach, you're going out on behalf of the universe. If you're becoming a coach to serve yourself, um, okay, sorry, I'm going to say that differently because I have to say, I love being a coach and I get so much from being a coach. I love working with my students. I love seeing their faces. I love helping them build their businesses. I love helping them design their logos. Love helping them put together their frameworks. I'm gonna be really honest. I get a lot of joy from this, okay? I get so much joy. So I have to remind myself that I'm not doing this for me. It's not about me. It's about God first. So I have to put God first. God first. Okay. You knew that. You know that, but I forget because I get really caught up in just having fun because for me, this kind of stuff is really, really fun. So God comes first. Your service comes second, and then the money follows. And the less limited you are in your love for life, your love for God, your love for humanity, the more money that can flow your way, right? So coaching is not really just like about your calling. It's actually a viable, sustainable path to financial prosperity. It allows you to serve very deeply while you create the life that you deserve. And it gives you the ability to be present for your family, for your friends, without feeling burned out and without having to struggle. One of my mentors used to say, get off the struggle bus. She used to say, Crystalline, don't work with people who are on the struggle bus, because if they aren't willing to get off when you stop the bus, if they're not willing to get off, let them stay on the bus. But that's right. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to do this the hard way. This is why I have the challenge. I put the challenge together because women who want to become coaches need some clear answers. They need answers and support from someone who understands them, who understands their gifts, who understands their heart, who understands their goals, their dreams, their desires, and their needs, right? So that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up right here. All right. Did I talk about the three things? Okay, I think I did. Y'all, I'm going to wrap it up here. I look forward to seeing you during the challenge. Again, it starts tomorrow. I'm going to be sending you stuff through email, so go ahead and get yourself signed up. I'm excited. All right. All right, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Bye, everybody.